Okay, we're on to our video game news segment of the podcast, and oh goodness gracious, I don't know if you got to read this in full, Tristan, before we started this. So the USITC launches investigation into Nintendo after patent infringement complaint. This is bringing back 50 Shades of Chayo with Subadaya. Basically, what does that mean? Even you can actually listen to some of our older clips where we talked about Chayo and Subadaya. Basically, it was a faulty claim on the copyright for Ultraman shows in the U.S. and abroad, outside of Japan. In this case, the reason why I'm saying it's faulty, I'm not definitively saying anything because I don't want to get sued. I'm not definitively saying, oh, it's a faulty claim. It's just that the issue is, from the looks of it, it seems like it's another case of a patent or a copyright troll. In this case, a patent troll. Do you know what patent trolling is, Tristan?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How do you know what patent trolling is?
Well, I mean, we've talked about it before, haven't
Oh,
we?
maybe. Well, no, because it's not technically it's 1-to-1 with Chayo and with Subadaya.
Okay.
It's not technically 1-to-1. With patent trolling, basically it would be a situation where, like, let's say you made a really cool device where it was like it's half watch, half panini maker. It sounds really fucking stupid, but guess what?
Okay.
It sells millions.
Hey.
But here's the problem, though.
Who am I to question what the people want?
Right. However, what I question is, why did you make this watch panini maker when I patented it 5 years ago? Now, sure, I fucking did nothing with the patent, but I patented it, and it looks similarly to my watch panini maker. Because how the fuck else can you make a watch panini maker? So now I'm going to sue you, Tristan, because you've made millions of dollars, but it looks like my patent. Or it resembles my patent. So, granted, if someone made something, even if you want to try to say it's a patent troll, at least they made something. In some cases, though, some companies just don't make anything. So this has happened with Nintendo a lot, funnily enough, because Nintendo makes stuff like the Wii. They try to go out of their kind of the norm of just a singular controller. And when they go out of that norm and make interesting things, there are other people that come out of the woodwork that are like, actually, I patented that 5 years ago. I've done nothing with it, but I'm going to sue you. So in this case, if this is what I remember correctly, this company did actually make, because I know there was one recently where, I want to make sure they, yes, they actually, I'm pretty sure this is the company that actually made a portable device themselves. So I'm not going to shit on them for not making the device. The problem is that the difference is, if this is the same one that I'm thinking of, this company made a device that attaches to its own tablet. Differently, but it's different than the actual Joy-Cons that attach themselves to the sides of the Switch. And also the Switch can become a home console, which this tablet cannot. So there are differences, but again, they're trying to sue Nintendo. And here's what's interesting, though. This is the same story that I had heard fairly recently, which it looks like it is because it's only a few days old. The U.S. government, or technically the U.S. International Trade Commission, could technically say that it does infringe on the patent, and potentially could say that that literally they could cease and desist to Nintendo selling Switches in the U.S. Would that happen? I highly doubt it. Could it happen?
I certainly hope not.
Yes! Horrid year. No.
Buy Switches, buy now!
No. I don't think that's going to happen at all. But it could. Well, because here's
I want to get around to getting a Switch,
but not like this.
Don't dick me over, please.
Well, no, but here's what they would do, though. If this did happen, all Nintendo could do is they could go, listen, we can't legally sell you a Switch in the U.S., but we can make Japanese games with an English language option.
I guess.
Remember, Japan is the same region as you in terms of television. No. In terms of television and plugs.
That's fair.
The plugs aren't any different, and it's not PAL, it's NTSC.
Right.
So
okay.
literally, if
It wouldn't be the end of the world.
worst case scenario, it's
yeah.
Nintendo can't sell them to you through their website, but Amazon
Right.
Japan could sell them to you.
It's
Why
still-
can't Amazon Japan sell them to you? Why can't you
Yeah.
buy them? Nintendo couldn't directly import their product. Why can't you import their product?
Right.
That's the only difference. You arguably you could still import their product, and Nintendo could just take a very bold stance and just be like, all right, English translations are available with every Japanese game. Suck it. Professionally suck it. So
Yeah. Professionally with regard. Signed, Nintendo.
it's like you've played Super Mario 64, right? Like Peach,
A little bit,
Peach, like in the beginning with the note.
Oh my god.
Just
yes.
but with like Reggie Fils-Aimé, just suck it.
Oh,
Do 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 do. You know, man. Again, technically, this company created the actual product, but it doesn't exactly resemble the product. And guess what? Their product didn't sell well. Not that I'm saying that that's the reason why they're doing this, but
yeah, and it's because Nintendo is a company that a lot of us really enjoy and love and want to support.
Well, no, I mean Sony has also had this issue as well in the past. I can't remember with what directly. I don't know if it was with the Sony Eye thing. I don't know if it was with that,
right.
Or the Move or whatever the fuck else. I don't think it was, but it has happened to other companies before.
Right.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not a judge, and also I have a bias because I like Nintendo, so maybe I'm biased, right? But I don't think there's much of a leg to stand on, and also, I'm not a big fan of these. Even though they made a product, I'm still not a big fan of we patented this, so if it even resembles it, and I know that's why the law exists, but it's still, again, it's just creating hardware. It's so much different than creating like a movie or a TV show or just copy pasting like art, like artwork, like when you see a piece of art and you're like, wait a minute, that's so and so's art, and it was literally just copy pasted or cut out and put into here and then traced over. We can easily tell that you stole that person's art. Versus a situation like this where it's kind of like, oh, but it's our thing was mobile, just like yours.
Yeah,
and.
They developed a similar hardware, but it's not like the arguments that you've shown me with like clone consoles and stuff where they take like the code or whatever and reverse engineer it to make something else. Where that whole debacle comes into play.
Or
this is like it's similar, but they're two different products.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, no, it's a lot different than like a clone console that has either some kind of emulation software or it looks just like the original. That also is an issue as well. So like, a clone console, like even though some of the patents for Super Nintendo, NES are long gone, still, if it was 1995 and you had a clone console that was looking just like the NES and played NES games, you're going to get your ass sued, right?
Yeah.
In the early 2000s when that patent kind of just went poof, and then they were able to make clone consoles for the NES fairly easily. They didn't look exactly like the NES, but they technically could have looked very similar, and Nintendo couldn't do much about it. So this is a completely different product. Like it's not even like it plays mobile games in theory. Right?
Yeah.
It's not even like the mobile. It's not even like I don't think there were even specific games for this tablet. Like that's the thing. Like it's so I would argue it's very different. But again, I'm not in a court of law. I'm not a judge. That's something the judges are going to have to decide. That's something the US ITC is going to have to decide. Although I highly doubt they're going to ban Nintendo Switches. Not all Nintendo products, but I don't think they're going to ban Nintendo Switches. I mean, fuck. Yeah. Literally, Nintendo can just go, wait, was it a design issue? We'll just change the design on new ones. And then bring the Switch U. No. No, but bring...
The revenge of the Switch. The switching.
Yeah, right? No, I think they'll call it the Nintendo Switch Off My Dick. And that's what Nintendo just goes full on into this.
The Nintendo Switch right off the edge of my dick.